When people first hear the term trading platform, they often picture a basic chart, a buy button, a sell button, and maybe a watch list. But MetaTrader 5 is far more than that. MT5 is a comprehensive trading environment built for market analysis, order execution, automated trading, and strategy development. It gives individual traders access to the kind of structured, professional-grade workflow that used to feel reserved for institutions and advanced trading desks. And that's what makes it so exciting. Whether you're placing trades manually, studying price action, running indicators, testing strategies, or eventually deploying automated systems, MT5 gives you one central workspace to do it all. In this video, I'm going to give you a high-level tour of the platform, show you the major areas you need to understand, and give you a feel for just how much power is sitting under the hood. When you first open MetaTrader 5, the platform can look a little intimidating. There's a lot on screen, but once you understand the layout, it becomes much more approachable. At the center is your chart window. This is where you study markets, apply indicators, and interact with trading tools. On the left, you'll typically see the Market Watch and Navigator panels. And along the bottom is the Toolbox, which acts like your operational dashboard, showing open positions, trading history, messages, and platform logs. Think of MT5 as a cockpit. At first glance, there are a lot of controls, but every panel has a purpose, and once you know where things live, it starts to feel very natural. Let's start with the Market Watch panel. This is where you can see the instruments available through your broker: currencies, metals, indices, commodities, crypto CFDs, or other products depending on what your broker offers. You can quickly look up a symbol, see the current bid and ask price, and open a chart directly from this panel. For example, if I want to bring up gold, I can search for XAUUSD, locate the symbol, and open its chart. This may seem basic, but it's an important starting point. Before you can analyze a market, test a strategy, or trade it, you need to know where to find it, and MarketWatch is that gateway. Now let's move into the chart window, which is really the heart of the trading experience. Charts in MT5 are highly configurable. You can change time frames, switch between candlesticks, bars, or line charts, and apply technical indicators to help interpret market behavior. Let's add a simple indicator. Here I'll apply a moving average to the chart. MT5 gives you the ability to configure the indicator before it appears, changing the period, calculation method, color, and other settings depending on the tool. And once it's on the chart, you can begin combining raw price action with technical context. This is one of the platform's great strengths. It gives you a flexible visual workspace for analysis without forcing you into one specific style of trading. But MT5 goes well beyond manual analysis. It also supports expert advisors, or EAs, automated trading programs that can analyze the market, generate signals, manage trades, and even execute strategies according to rules defined in code. To run an EA, you attach it directly to a chart from the Navigator. Once selected, you can configure its inputs: lot sizing, risk parameters, entry settings, trade management logic, and whatever else the developer has built into the system. Then, once algorithmic trading is enabled, the EA can operate from that chart environment. Now, we're only touching the surface here. In a future video, we'll talk about how expert advisors are built, how to evaluate them, and where traders can find third-party EAs and custom indicators. But for now, the key takeaway is this: MT5 is not just a place to view markets. It is a platform that can host entire trading systems. Next, let's look at the Navigator. The Navigator is where MT5 organizes some of the platform's most important building blocks. This includes your connected trading accounts, indicators, expert advisors, scripts, and other programmatic tools. It's also where you can manage your connection to your broker. If you've opened a live or demo account, this is one of the places where you can log into the trading server and access that account from inside the platform. So while the Market Watch helps you explore instruments and the chart helps you analyze them, the Navigator helps connect your trading environment together. It is especially important once you begin working with automated tools because your indicators, EAs, and scripts all live within this part of the platform. Along the bottom of the platform is the Toolbox. This is the panel you'll come back to constantly during actual trading. The Trade tab shows current open positions and pending orders. It gives you a quick operational view of what's active in the account right now, including symbols, size, entry price, current price, and running profit or loss. The History tab lets you review closed trades and past account activity. That matters because serious traders don't just look at what they're holding today. They study what has already happened. Trade history is where you begin spotting patterns in execution, performance, and behavior over time. And then there's the journal. This is one of the most overlooked areas of the platform, especially by newer users. The journal records platform events, connection messages, and details about actions that occur during your session, including trade operations and system-level information. Now let's move to one of the most powerful features in MetaTrader 5, the strategy tester. This is where you can take an expert advisor and test how it would have performed on historical market data before using it in a live environment. At a high level, you choose the strategy, the market, the time period, and the testing settings, then let MT5 simulate how that strategy would have behaved. This is extremely useful. Before risking capital, you can evaluate whether a strategy's idea has historical merit, whether its logic behaves as expected, and whether its performance characteristics make sense. Of course, a backtest is not a promise of future returns, but it is a vital research tool, especially when you're trying to understand how a trading system responds across different market conditions. Once the test completes, MT5 gives you a detailed set of results. You can review the trade list, examine performance statistics, and view the equity curve to see how the account would have evolved throughout the backtest period. This kind of visual feedback is essential. A strategy might end profitable, but if the path to get there involved extreme volatility, oversized drawdowns, or erratic behavior, that is something you want to understand before considering it seriously. And for even deeper analysis, MT5 also supports visual testing, which can replay a strategy on historical charts so you can actually watch how it behaves bar by bar. We'll dedicate a separate video to strategy testing because this is a major topic on its own. Before we wrap up, I want to quickly mention MetaEditor. MetaEditor is the coding environment connected to MetaTrader 5. It's where developers create expert advisors, custom indicators, scripts, and other automated tools using the MQL5 programming language. Even if you are not a programmer today, it's useful to understand that this exists because it explains why MT5 is so extensible. The platform is not locked into only the features that come pre-installed. It can be expanded, customized, and engineered around very specific trading ideas. We won't get into development in this overview, but in future videos we'll talk about how traders can begin exploring automation, custom tools, and even building their own systems over time. So that is your high-level tour of MetaTrader 5. We've looked at the Market Watch panel for finding symbols and quotes, the chart window for indicators and expert advisors, the Navigator for accounts and platform tools, the Toolbox for trade monitoring, history, and logs, the strategy tester for backtesting automated systems, and MetaEditor, the development environment that makes advanced customization possible. What makes MT5 so compelling is that it can grow with you. A beginner can use it to open charts, study price action, and understand the market. A more advanced trader can use indicators, templates, and structured workflows. And a systematic trader can use it to build, test, and deploy automated strategies from inside one integrated platform. That is a lot of capability in one piece of software. And honestly, once you start to understand what MetaTrader 5 can really do, it's hard not to get excited about the possibilities. In the next videos, we'll start going deeper, including expert advisors, strategy testing, indicators, and how to turn MT5 from a charting platform into a serious trading laboratory.